Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Leni Mardiyyah Susilawati. I am from grade 2B Elementary Teacher Education at Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, Kampus Tasikmalaya. So, now I will do a reflection assignment in week 6 on the course Pembelajaran Bahasa Inggris di sekolah dasar. Okay, the question in reflection is, reflect on your experience when you first learned to read and write. Think about what your teacher did to help you to be able to read and write. Did it help you much? If so, how? What can you do to improve the young children reading and writing skills in English? Okay, I will answer the question at once. I try to remember when I first started learning to read and write. I first learned to read and write when I was 5 years old. At that time, I had entered kindergarten at TK Negeri Pembina. Actually, I have entered kindergarten since 4 years old. But in my first years of school, most of the learning was playing and drawing. And in the second year in the kindergarten, the teacher introduced me the letters. I remember the teacher used letter cards to introduce letters to students. The teacher spells out the sound of the letters and asks the student to repeat them. The teacher will continue to repeat the activity until the student can remember the name and sounds of the letter. In addition to practice writing skills, the teacher will ask students to write one letter on the full sheets of paper. And after the students are considered able to read and write letters, the teacher will continue the learning to the next stage, namely learning to read and write words. Here, the teacher shows name cards of fruits and animals. As usual, the teacher will mention words from various fruits and animals using spelling technique and ask students to repeat them. Likewise, for writing skills, the teacher will ask to write one name of a fruit or animal on the full sheets of paper again. And for learning to read and write sentence, I remember that the teacher asked students to bring a storybook from home. Students will learn to read sentence from books that they have bought from home. Actually, apart from at school, I learned a lot about reading and writing with my mom at home. Every time I came home from school, I always learned to read and write with my mom. So most of the time to learn to read and write was with my mom at home. In my opinion, the learning carried out by the teacher to teach reading and writing worked and helped me a lot. Because the first time I learned to read and write was when I was in kindergarten. Only after that, I started learning it with my mom at home. And another advantage that I feel is that I can already read and write when I entered elementary school. And as a prospective teacher, to improve student reading and writing skills in English can be done with meaningful learning. Meaning linking learning to real life so that learning can leave a good impression on students. For example, in introducing letters, it can be done by linking them to objects around them and have objects around them that have similar shapes. Besides that, it also uses various learning methods. For example, is singing, learning in nature, and group project. Besides that, it also uses interactive learning media. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.